Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we're going to be testing, what the fuck are we testing? Today we're going to be testing ByeBye, what is this? This is the ByeBye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer by IT Cosmetics. As you beautiful people know, any shit you may have to say, take that shit elsewhere because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. So, if you've noticed, I'm not in my usual spot. I am currently on a cruise, and I'm testing out a few products that are supposedly supposed to withstand this weather that I'm in. I'm sitting in Mexico. We are just now leaving the port. Here, I'll flip this so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. How fun is that? My mom is out there sitting on the balcony so that I can film. Bless her. So yes, that's what I'm looking at, and the daylight is slowly starting to fade. So we need to get this shit going. So I was very intrigued by this, especially because it says waterproof. Tomorrow I'm going snorkeling, and so I'm definitely going to be putting this to the test. I know I'll be wearing the mask, so I'm sure that'll fuck some stuff up, but if this is waterproof, that's kind of cool because normally what I find is that throughout the day, this shit just smears off with my oils. So if this can withstand oils and liquids, then, ooh, we got another thing coming, literally. I have no idea how fucking much I paid for these. I did not bring the receipt with me because I would probably lose it, and then I'm out a lot of money if I have to return these. So I left those at home. I don't remember what the ratings were on this. I think it had pretty good reviews. I mean, it's probably like 4 stars, I think. But I also did not take into consideration the fact that I might catch some sun, and so I'm a little bit darker than I was when I left Michigan, so hopefully these match me. I don't know. I got the shades 14.5 light buff neutral and 20.5 medium sand warm. Don't ask me why I got a warm tone. I always do, and it never works for me, but I got that this time. Both of them look really, really light, but hopefully maybe this deeper shade might be okay. This says, warm a tiny amount with fingers, tap onto skin, and blend using your favorite IT Cosmetics brush. Can also be worn as a foundation. Really? It definitely, needs shaken. This is not shooketh. So we'll go in with this. I'm not gonna wear it as a foundation. I just want a little bit of brightness under there. It just makes me look a little bit healthier, make me feel more confident. I did already prime my face. Normally I would prime it with just this skincare product. This is Caviar by La Cura, but today I'm going in with an actual primer just to really test it and see how good it is. This is the No Problem Prime Essence Primer. I love this shit. It is one of my all-time faves. So I've got it on. My skin is still somewhat tacky, but smooth. And this is a really tiny amount. This is 0.4 US fluid ounces. Other than that, I really don't have much information on this. What the fuck did I do with the packaging? There it is. This isn't like my normal thing where I can just pull up Sephora. This says that's in French. This says it's anti-aging and skin loving. It's got hydrolyzed collagen, peptides, hyaluronic acid, and antioxidants. How special. And I guess let's just go ahead and put this on. Maybe I should zoom you in. So they say take a tiny amount in your finger and warm it up. I can do that. I'm very good with my fingers. So hopefully that isn't too light. It probably will be. Okay. I don't know how they intend for me to warm this up. Do I rub it between my fingers and waste a shit ton of product? I don't know, but it's very, very thick. Not that I'm complaining about anything thick. We know Daddy likes it thick, but this is very thick. Let's apply some right there. Oh, wow. This is probably way too much. That's why they said only apply a very, very small amount. Whoopsie. Oh my God. Hopefully this blends out because this feels almost like honey or like molasses. It is a very, very, very odd texture, but hopefully she's got some coverage. So let's blend that out. I'm just using a damp sponge. This is from Hank and Henry. I mean, it definitely is too light, but it's also adding some decent coverage. Like, I'm not terribly upset about that. What do you think? Like, clearly we can still see the purple under my eye, but it would take some fucking concrete to get rid of that. It blends out really easily, even though it is super thick. I don't know if it's because I'm blending it out with a sponge. Let's see if it gets rid of my little sunburned nose tip, like Rudolph the fucking hoe deer. I can't tell if it's really adding coverage or if it's just making everything a little bit shiny. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but under here, looks very moist. Not in the good way. I'm not sure if there is a good way for that, but Not in the good way. It doesn't seem to be creasing. Like, it feels like it's staying put into place. I am definitely still gonna powder it though, because I always powder everything. Otherwise it will slip and slide all over my face. Before you know it, I'm gonna look in my underwear and there's my concealer. So before I have too much expression, let me dip into my Laura Mercier little sample travel size. That actually looks really pretty, does it not? Let's see if I can get you in closer. Oh, hey there, boo. So this side is powdered, this side is not. We can see the shininess is really accentuating the lack of sleep that I've been getting. But this side, once it's powdered down, it looks really nice, doesn't it? You know, why don't I go ahead and just powder the rest of my face, because I did put some on my forehead and I do not want a shiny forehead. I have a lot of acne scars and whatnot up there that this is gonna really accentuate. Alright, so my camera decided to be a fucking butt munch and stop recording, so I don't know where we got. I think this looks so damn good. Oh, I'm kind of excited about this. It is kind of on the light side, but hopefully once I bronze up and everything, it'll look a little more natural. So just kind of dry the rest of my face. I'm going to dip into the Laura Mercier with a fluffy brush. We'll go ahead and tap that, and I'm going to put this all over the rest of my face. Before we go ahead and add anything else, this is what we look like. Ooh, very close. I think this actually looks really pretty, super natural. The color, it actually isn't even that bad. It is too light, but I think it's passable. I don't know that you'd want to wear this alone. That might look a little bit redonkulous, but with everything else on, the bitch should be good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the normal makeup that I wear pretty much every day. I used this in my last video. There's nothing new here, but to start off, I'm going with this NYX Professional Matte Bronzer in the shade probably too fucking deep for me. This is Deep. I like that name. Really? My camera says it's gonna die now? Oh my god, honestly, go fuck yourself. This is Laura Mercier in the shade Soleil. Then I'm gonna get all of the little particles, or as many as I can, off of the brush, and we're gonna dip into this Laura Geller Baked Blush. This is gonna give us a nice little glow right there. Ooh, let's do even more. I love this shit so much. See the difference between the sides? This side is just glowing. You can bet your sweet toned ass that, of course, I'm still gonna go over it with even more highlighter. For highlighter, I'm going in with Ofra's Rodeo Drive. Ready for this glow up? Are we ready? So pretty. Fucking wetter than the sea in front of me right now. Oh, I like to take this all over the lids and bring it all over pretty much everywhere where I shouldn't, which is on the hoods of my eyes. But it helps give me a nice little glowy dewy look, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, but just the Cupid's bow. We are not making a milk mustache here, or a blowjob mustache if you're like me. Then I'm going to go in with a mixture of these two little shadows right here. I start with a lighter one, put that all over my eye, almost to the brow, but I like to bring it up the crease line, kind of smoke it out, give a nice and natural look to my eyes. Now that I kind of slathered concealer all over my face, I have to re-carve out my features. And I try to do it as natural as possible, especially when I'm traveling. Like, I love a good beat face with a glam look, but that's not really what I'm going for on vacation. I don't need to be noticed. I just want to look nice and healthy and rested. I would love to be that bitch that goes out in like full-ass drag, but I don't need that this time. And then we'll go in with the deeper one, just a tiny bit up here. Oh, yeah, baby, work, huh? Bring it down the nose, give a little bit of a contour, and there we are. I'm gonna quick give a little bit of a squirt with some Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. Yum, this smells good. And while we let this dry, we can go ahead and zoom in a little bit further, and we can really see what this looks like before I do the wear time test. Hopefully I can dry off a little bit more because she is wet. I think it actually looks pretty damn good. Like, it's not creasing. It looks natural. No, it didn't do the best job at covering the purple underneath my eyes, but I feel like I would probably need my actual color to do a better job, or even putting this over foundation. But as a standalone concealer without foundation or anything, also I have a little tiny zit right there. I don't have a bogey. As a standalone concealer, I think this looks really good. So it is pretty early in the evening right now. I still have to go to dinner later. I've got a couple shows to go to, so I will check in probably towards the end of the night and we can see how it's worn. It is the end of the night. It actually looks pretty good. I just remembered that I had to film this. I was about to wipe the shit off my face, and it kind of came off my nose. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe that was there before and I'm just now noticing it, but my nose is very red. Do we see this right here? Otherwise, I don't think it looks terrible. I think it looks a lot better in person than it does on film right now, at least from what I can see. Looks very natural. It's kind of fading in certain areas, like I can see my sunburn peeking through in certain spots, but for the most part, I still think it looks really, really nice under my eyes. I'm very curious about tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going swimming with it on. It's only been like maybe, I don't even know if it's been like 4 hours that I've had this on, so she's still holding up really well. I'm done for the night though, so I'm gonna wipe this off and we'll do a longer wear time test tomorrow. Good morning, you sexy bitches. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally I'm not even up, let alone have makeup on unless it's from the night before, but I went ahead and kind of gave my face a little bit of a beating, and I gotta say, I fucking love this concealer. It might not look the best right now because there's a few shadows. Let me get into a little better lighting that might be worse. Okay, now we're way overexposed. Oh, come on. So this is what we look like. I think under my eyes I may have put on a little bit less than I did yesterday, but still, I think it looks really good, and I have a very strong suspicion that this shit could last through a fucking tornado, a hurricane, pretty much anything. Like, if you are gonna get some tonight, bitch, wear the shit out of this because it is gonna last through anything. So, here is what we look like. I don't know how my bronzer and stuff will hold up. It'll probably melt the fuck right off the moment it touches water, but the concealer will probably still be there. So, I'm gonna take my GoPro. There probably isn't gonna be any audio. I don't know if the GoPro has audio, but at least I'll be able to show you what we're looking like. I personally am a little bit bummed. I was so looking forward to a back tan, but I burnt my shoulders yesterday, so I have to swim with a shirt on. But it's a black one, so I'm keeping on brand, so it works out perfect. I will see you in just a second when I'm playing the Little Mermaid. Merman? Ho-man? Snowman? I'll see you in a second. I don't know if there's anything left. Oh, what do we look like? Oh, it's so salty. And we are back. So it's been like maybe 4 or 5 hours since I first applied it. I went snorkeling. I did quite a bit of water play, and I can't tell if there's anything left. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there really is. Like, as I look in the mirror, I look tired. My under eyes do not look concealed. Obviously, there's no bronzer or anything left, so it might be waterproof. I just don't think that it's snorkel proof. And what's extra weird is I really thought there would be quite a lot left because my face was pretty much covered with the goggles almost the whole time. So the fact that there's nothing left is a little bit weird. Like, I did not think my forehead stood a chance, but at least my under eyes, but I don't think there's anything there. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe? No, I don't think there is. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in the shower a little bit later and reapply it tonight. We'll just do a normal wear time test. I was really curious about this. I got that shit out my system, and I'm great. But I will say, I do wish that I'd taken you along the second little snorkeling thing. It was in 2 groups. The second one I thought was so much prettier, but I just wanted a little time to chill and not like worry about if I was getting good shots. So that shit was definitely regrettable, but look at what I'm looking at now. Hold on, let me turn the camera. Hold on, I've got my microphone in one hand and this in the other. Hold on. All right, so this is what we're looking at today. Look at how beautiful that water is. Oh my goodness. Is that not unreal? Everything here is just so pretty. I love that snorkeling thing that we did so much. And then they had rum punch. I had probably way too much of that, but it was so good. I need to fix my hair. It looks nasty right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will check in with you later once we wear it, probably to dinner maybe? Once again, I'll see you in just a second. Good morning, you beautiful sex kittens. I hope you're all doing fabulous. I am just waking up, and I was so fucking tired last night. I passed the fuck out, which is something that I never do. Like, I'm a night owl, and by like 11 o'clock, I was asleep. Who the hell am I? But I was so tired that I could barely even brush my teeth, let alone take my makeup off, so I did something that you probably shouldn't do, which is sleep in your makeup. So there's actually still a little bit left under my eyes, but I wanted to look on my pillow to see if anything transferred during the night, so let's look. Hopefully we can see. I know this is kind of gross, but okay, so there is a little bit of bronzer. I don't know if you can see that. Hey, there's my microphone. There's a little bit of bronzer there, but I don't see any of the actual concealer. I know there's still at least a little bit left because when I blew my nose this morning, there was concealer on the tissue, but this is what we look like after a night's worth of sleeping. So I mean, it doesn't look bad or anything, but I wouldn't call it necessarily concealed. Like, I don't look dewy and fresh. So just to see if there's really anything left under my eyes before I put fresh makeup on, I'm gonna take this makeup eraser. It's clean. See that? There's nothing on it. And let me just wipe under here, and look at that. There was still concealer. Okay, so now I can kind of see a difference. I don't know if you can. Let me wipe it a little bit better. This side, to me, it just looks a little bit more red. You can kind of see my sunburn peeking through, the fact that I really haven't gotten much sleep this cruise, whereas this side, it looks a little bit better. Nothing spectacular or amazing at all, but to me, there is a bit of a difference. And I have had this on for almost 24 hours, and it did not crease, it didn't separate. I was sweating, I've been sleeping, I've been doing so much in this makeup, and I still think the concealer looked pretty damn good. What the fuck, you guys? I think the only, I guess, downside to this concealer is that it is really fucking thick. So I don't know how it would go over foundation if it would just smear shit around. I know you have to warm it between your fingers, but I mean, fuck that. I'd rather sit on it, but I mean, what wouldn't I rather sit on? So I will keep trying this. I am gonna try it on its own again today like I've been doing. I think it works really, really well with the face lotion that I use as a primer. So we'll see at the end of the day how she looks. Today we are in Grand Cayman of the Cayman Islands. We're in Georgetown to be specific, but we're gonna take a tour around the island, maybe pop over to a beach for a minute. Nothing too serious. I'm probably gonna be sweating pretty bad because I am a sweaty ass hoe, so it will get put to the test somewhat, but otherwise it's gonna be a pretty chill day. We might see some pretty views and all that shit, so hopefully I can get some good shots, and I will see you a little bit later today. Hello everyone, we are back. I know it kind of jumped randomly, but I am back in the States for a few days, and I'm here to give my final little check-in / verdict. So, this concealer, I think I might fucking be in love. This may just be my new holy grail. I don't love the texture of it, like how it's so thick, but the wearability, oh my fucking god, this shit is amazing. I ended up wearing it pretty much the rest of the cruise, but after I snorkeled, I got so sick. I ended up getting a double ear infection, which just escalated into a cold, and now I still have the sniffles, but I didn't feel like filming at all. I was kind of in bed for the rest of the cruise, or a lot of it, so here I am today. I'm excited to keep on using it. I think I might go exchange it for a deeper color because she was really fucking light. Even when I'm at my lightest, it was really light. But other than the fact that sometimes throughout the day it would come off the oilier spots like my nose, but I found that with most concealers it's kind of unavoidable. But with this one, if I just kind of tapped it back into place because it was so thick, it would just chill there all day. I could powder it throughout the day and it would be fine. It just looked wonderful. So do I recommend this product? Abso-fucking-lutely. This was $26. I do think it's worth that price. Like, that is kind of an expensive concealer, at least for me, but I think it was totally worth it. You only had to use a very, very, very small amount. It was difficult to kind of be precise with because they suggested you put it in your fingers, so if you're a makeup artist, that might be a little bit weird for sanitary purposes, but still, it's just your fucking fingers. It's not that big of a deal. So yes, I recommend it. Yes, I totally think it's worth the price. If you're going somewhere warmer, if you live in a warmer climate, I think it's perfect. It lasted all day, every day, and it really didn't crease. I really don't have many complaints about it, which for me is rare. Thank you all so much for going on this trip with me. I'm actually heading back out of the country in a few days. By the time you see this, I'll probably already be there, and I'm totally gonna bring you along with me. I'll be reviewing a couple products there, so we'll see how that goes, but thank you all so much for being here. I loved bringing you along with me, and like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepopflix.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepopflix.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.